My videos are loading real quickly today. One of them was 13 minutes, loaded in 7. What does that mean? They're loading really quickly today. Okay. What does that mean? Exactly what I just said. My videos are loading quickly today. One of them was 13 minutes long and loaded in about 7. When I used to walk to the Thomas Brannigan Memorial Library, I could make about 24 videos, 10 minutes long. And I could sit there at the library and load them. Okay. Load all 24 videos, okay, in less than 1 hour, and then have them published and then shared with comments and music posts from YouTube to Facebook. So, we've come a long way. No, I make a 10-minute video. Sometimes it takes 2 hours and 30, 5 hours later. 2 days later, right? So what does it mean? They're loading quickly today. That's all it means. Okay, so what do you make out of this? Oh, I can make a hat. I can make a boat. I can make a the dude with the goof from Airplane. Yeah, okay. Remember that? What can you make of this? Well, I can make a hat. I can make a boat. An airplane. So what does it mean? How you tell me? You guys are the geniuses. You're all the scientists. You're thinking about it. Lord's Prayer. I'll think about it. It sounds intriguing. Maybe it could be of some help. Maybe so. We'll find out. In the meantime, guys, I'm the Messiah. Okay, I have tons of documentation to prove it. They have tons of science projects to prove it. Okay, and all the corporations involved in genocide to rule the world, right? None of them are recognize me, like Crown Prince of Iran. Oh, look, it's King Charles, stuff like that. None of them sit there and go, this guy's a Messiah, man. Let's stop for Lord's Prayer. He's just amazingly beautiful and perfect. And using the word amazing really does apply to this guy, because it's amazing the way he can forgive us and get up the next day and just try to get us to live the Lord's Prayer. I've never seen anybody this amazing in my life. Ever. Well, no, Jiddu Krishnamurti. Yeah. Well, he was, I didn't see him in my life. I wasn't given Jiddu Krishnamurti until the 2000s outside Fort Huachuca in Cochise County. I didn't know he existed till then. They gave me fucking Eckankar and all that crazy shit. Harold Klemp. Yeah, I got Harold Klemp. They could have given me Krishnamurti. They gave me Klemp. It's like I get Klemp instead of Krishnamurti. And it started out with Gross. And Gross was gross. Yeah. Darwin Gross. Asshole. Total asshole. Scam artist suprematory. Clem's better. Yeah, Clem's a better scam artist, but it's the corporation. What's the best scam? Gross was an idiot and an egomaniac, and Klemp somewhat believes what he's doing. Well, because you can trick yourself in the mind into thinking you are Tizzer-tilling. I do have conversations with Light C, Gopal Das, and Reb Zartars. You can trick yourself into believing you're having these conversations. And then you can make up your own conversations, and then they sell lots of books. Excellent books. Excellent snow, and excellent birds, too. I see pictures of people. Right? And so they schizophrenia. But it's like, but wait a minute. There's no evidence through Wi-Fi, okay, to show that Klemp is actually talking to these people. Okay? Now, with me, they had Wi-Fi and radio signals tracing the signals. And then they had the Vatican and the Quorum of the 12 and Scientology trying to intercept the signals, because I was David Rockefeller's Manchurian Jesus, and the Gospels had gone astray and they'd become murderous killer cults from outer space. It's, what I'm saying? It's like, no, just live the Lord's Prayer, like the first guy said in your book of, hey, here's how the Roman Empire kills in the name of God. Well, we knew that before they even wrote the book. But Earl's, yeah. Well, you talking to me? Capiche? Okay. You do as we say and give us all the fake money with our dead people's face on it out of your mountains and destroy your ecosystem, and then we take all your food. Or we kill everybody. Okay, what's the difference? Yeah. Live free or die. Start making those license plates, right? So you're like, now you get David and Samson and Jesus, right? We'll kill you and fuck your seed off the planet. Okay, so everybody will be your kids while you're fucking each other off the planet and destroying the planet, and then none of my kids will have to feel the suffering because we'll be all mass murdered off the planet. This is a tough deal to take, Monty. Give me the knife so I can kill my cousin Mumsy, Monty. I don't want to have sex with the hot Tibetan girl. She's psychotic. She makes violent sex cult movies instead of stands up for Lord's Prayer. So you're going to kill my kids off the planet and fuck my kids off the planet with psychotic hose beast. Where's the downside to this deal of getting killed off the planet so I don't have to feel you all fucking and killing and getting off on it and think it's better than living Lord's Prayer? I'm having trouble figuring out why it's crazy to be crucified and tried to be killed off the planet and then fucked out of existence. I'm having trouble figuring out the mathematics of this. I don't see the relativity here. You know? It's like, God, why do you keep having me be born through psychotic war cults to try to save the psychotic war cults from their psychosis of egomania? Why you do it, Jesus? Why? Jesus, God, why? Why did you put me into a family that wants to mass murder off the other group because they got ego problems? Earl, life's eternal and grace is infinite. You're the gracious good shepherd. You're the ones who you're the humble, righteous, protecting one that helps everybody see the light so they can save the children and the planet from their own sex cult egotism. Jesus God, you know, Father God, you are a real pain in the butt, Jesus Father God. I don't want to be Jesus Father God in the 20th and 21st century. It's worse being Jesus Father God in the 20th and 21st century, being Earl in the book of Revelation, than it is being Jesus in the New Testament, you little... Earl, Revelation is the New Testament too. Well, you gotta go all academicese on me there, Jesus, you asshole. Wait, would you graduate from Harvard or something like that? Go to Oxford and Cambridge? You're a Rhodes Scholar now, Jesus? You're funny. I know. Okay. Trust me. Okay. I am way more intelligent than the people that fuck with my head with technology. Okay. I have a better personality. I'm more witty, more charming, more protecting. You know, they talked about that the other day. It was, your dad, you can't even talk to your dad and just stop using the word possessive pronoun, God as a possessive pronoun first person. Because subconsciously he's trying to protect me of his ego. Okay, but you talked the German lady in the mobilized cart not to shoot her ex's girlfriend for killing her cat and all that, because you explained to her what's up, and then when you told her about this, she was like, thank you, I'll call him Lord instead of God. Thank you so much. She's crying and she's excited because you changed her life and gave her better ways to cope with all this hell till it all stops. But your family, that was 5 minutes talking to that lady. Your family, you've been talking to 15 years and they still tell you, Jesus is God, Earl. If you don't accept Jesus as our God, we're going to send you to hell and torture you eternally in our fucked up brains. It'll only last for about 30 minutes and then you'll die and then it's over, and then you're no longer torturing me and skull fucking me in hell with the Waynans and Deputy Dewey and the Scary Movie. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Guys, for the last 15 years you've been doing this to me, so when you die it will only be for about 30 minutes more. So as far as collective brain activity, I'm good. Okay. She blinded me with science, right? You know, so you're like sitting there explaining to people, you do know they studied the brain, the neuroscientist. This is how your brain is working. This is a nova. This TV show to tell you what your brain is doing with other people's brains is made by contributions from viewers like you and the John David Rockefeller Foundation, the Kohler Foundation, the Bipolar Foundation, and Parks and Recreation Foundation. Okay. Small leaf Denali. Wildcats, we gotta make more money. Train those consumers. Okay, unless you're a successful trained consumer, you're nobody. You might as well just change your gender and commit suicide. We don't have enough money for the hotline. That sucks, right? Guys, they had that on TV. We're heroes, we protect money, but we don't have enough money to talk people out of killing themselves that want to eliminate their ability to sexually reproduce because they're so depressed because life sucks so bad because we're not living the ways of Jesus Christ. Okay, I had a woman who was the first girl I had a sexual experience with. She got pregnant by a professional basketball player who wouldn't help her take care of the kid. She had postpartum depression that had little voices in her head because when she got pregnant by this professional basketball player, went in the NBA to make like $500,000 a year, which in our time back in the 80s was like 20 million, or it was a lot of money, and he won't help. She lost her scholarship because she got pregnant. She's back home living with her mom and her grandma, and she has little voices in her head to say, get up and kill the baby, right? That's not going to get your scholarship back, right? But it ruined her life. It's like, but killing the baby would make it worse, because all you'll be able to do is go to prison, and women will kill you in prison if you kill a baby. So you just might as well kill yourself and let your grandma and your mom raise the baby, basically. It's what I would sit and tell her, and she'd call, and I said, just call me collect. My mom was so mad. $350 are all on the goddamn phone bill from all these collect calls from Wyoming. She calling, you doing phone sex, she's all mad at me. I said, Mom, she's having postpartum depression and the voices are telling her to kill the baby. So I said, anytime that she does that, to call me and I will talk to her till the voices go away. Yeah. Finis Dembo. That's French for the end. Finis. The last baby Mom's going to have. Well, she had two. There was Finis and Finis. It was a girl and a boy. And one of the daughters said, we're going to name him Finis because Mom's done, right? Fini, right? And Finis Dembo had hundreds of thousands of dollars to help with the baby. But I had to spend $350, which I didn't have, and had to help my mom, who my sister's out getting pregnant. We got to pay for some other trifling motherfucker's baby, too. And the baby's not trifling, but the motherfucker that got her pregnant left is, and they always will be. All right, so you understand, but they have psychological effects on the children. So it's hard for me to keep the children focused when everybody comes up with technology and money and says, he's inadequate, he's unable, he's inadequate, he has penis envy, he wants to have biggest dickus, he wants to be the Washington Monument, and he wants to be the Valley of the Kings, the Valley of the Dolls. I like Valley of Dolls. That's my favorite of all of them, Valley of Dolls. Is that a Backrack tune? Don't you just love Dionne Warwick? That's one of my favorite songs of hers, or his, or both. Where did is this a dream? Am I here? Where are you? Tell me, when will I have... Isn't that a good song? Okay. All the Valley of the Dead Dolls. Yeah, that Keen boy, he's a piece of work. Schwarzkopf dead? Is Powell dead? Are they both dead? Are all the other ones back during Desert Storm when they were watching me and studying me at the Pentagon and made all the phone calls? Is Keen the only one that's alive? All the rest of me, be nice and Keen. Shave every day and you'll always look Keen. I don't, so I don't look Keen. But is Schwarzkopf dead and Powell dead? Are they dead? The two heroes of the war? They're dead? You could tell they hated each other. Oh, yeah. Because one was a political economic opportunist, and the other one was a manly manly man's. Schwarzkopf! No, not known for hair coloring. Manly man, Desert Storm, Desert Shield, manly man's, the manly man's. And the other one? Economic political opportunist. Why shouldn't an enlisted man get in some of the gravy? Shouldn't black guys should be able to cut deals like the manly man, Halliburton, Boeing, man. I love my men. I get more deals, and you can have sex with all the hottest chicks half your age if you're a manly man. And then you can't do it if you're a black guy. Yes, you can as a political opportunist. You got to keep it on the down low. Hey, is that the Obamas? Hi, Colin. Hi. Get a colonoscopy. Cologuard. Okay. Brock, make sure you get your Cologuard. What's that? Lots of stem cell research and lots of sex with girls half your age. Wow, what about guys? That's unhealthy. But stem cell research might be able to take care of that. Like if I use steroids to stay in the NFL or Major League Baseball. Right. Fucking crazy. Yeah, I know.